All right. Greetings, gods and goddesses in training. Welcome back to the channel. We just had a Heyoka channeling last night. That's why you're seeing this Wakinyan thunder being background right now as we're tapped in. So today I want to speak about a very interesting topic, how to be charismatic as an intuitive introvert, okay? So you'll know you're an intuitive introvert as you walk into a room and you can feel who's lying even before they open their mouth. You're so hyper vigilant that you can predict, divorces and dreams. You can dodge energy like it's landmines. But here's the thing that no one is telling you. You aren't grounded. That's why you're not charismatic, because you're leaking your magic like a cracked cauldron. Carl Jung called your kind an intuitive introvert, a psychic antenna, right? Walking around pretending to be normal, but you perceive what others can't. Emotions, people's motives, futures, patterns, archetypes. But this is your gift. But you don't know how to hold it. Then your charm becomes weirdness. Then your magnetism becomes paranoia. Then your presence becomes dissociation. You see? So you're not awkward. Get that out of your head first and foremost. You're not awkward, you're unintegrated. Okay. So why aren't you charismatic yet? Charisma is a very grounded type of energy. It's where your soul is seated in your body. But most intuitive introverts, they aren't seated in their body. They're floating up in the clouds, lost in visions, overstimulated, possessed by thousands of different entities, archetypes, and different things, but they cannot find that clarity. You think being mysterious makes you powerful? That just makes you unreadable. And being unreadable isn't sexy, it's unsettling for a lot of people. You got X-ray vision and no filter. That's not charisma, that's a liability. So, what are the three traps that are killing your charisma as an intuitive introvert? Number one is archetypal inflation. You start thinking you're the oracle, the prophet, the chosen one, and you mistake the signal for an identity. That's just delusion with flair. Number two, psychic contamination. You absorb everyone's trauma. You become a walking mood swing, right? Charisma then becomes gone. You can't radiate if you're full of other people's crap. Okay? So you got to let go, release, let go, bring it back to yourself. Okay? Create very strong boundaries, very strong energy protection. Okay? And the third thing is you are interpreting every damn feather on the sidewalk like it's a divine telegram. Just chill. Just be there. Not everything is a sign. Just be here. Presence is power. Okay? So the real path to charisma, if you want to be charismatic, is integrate, don't evacuate. Okay? Lift heavy, cook slow, walk barefoot, make love with presence. Get out of your head and into your flesh. Oh, yeah, I feel alive right now, right? So you write down your insights, you point your visions, you speak your downloads out loud. You have to translate the mystery. If you don't express your gifts, it will start to rot inside of you. Build boundaries that are very, very solid. Conscious permeability, as Sire Osmosis, one of my guides, has taught me about this. So conscious permeability is this idea to set a container, a very strong container of vibration where you can allow yourself to be. When I'm in a session with somebody else, we first start by creating a container and an intention for the session, and then we get started, right? So not every vibe needs to be felt, not every emotion is yours, right? So seal your field and cleanse often. Cleanse consciously, not compulsively, because charisma isn't just loudness, it's presence. And presence only arises when your intuition is tethered to sensation. Your inner world is translated into outer expression, and your boundaries are sealed like a temple. I think we are starting to wake up right now and understand that now is the time to really step into this because the world right now is becoming way more isolated, and the leaders of this new earth, this new paradigm that we're stepping into. We got to be able to understand that we're not here to be psychic sponges. We're here to be a sacred bridge, to walk between the worlds, speak in symbols. But damn it, I will stand like a mountain. I will stay grounded like an oak tree. So if you're too afraid or if you're tired of being a gifted ghost and you're ready to become a magnetic mystic, then just DM me intuitive and I'll show you how to turn this sensitivity into a sovereignty because I've done it in my own life. Because the world doesn't need more sensitive souls, it needs highly integrated souls, okay? You see, most intuitive introverts are manifesting the opposite of what they want. Not because they lack power, but because they're stuck in a nervous system loop of hyper awareness, overthinking, and a subconscious self rejection. So they don't attract what they want, they attract what feels safe. And safety to an unhealed intuitive introvert usually means what? Invisibility, energetic dissociation, avoidance. Hey, does this sound like anybody else? Okay. Hey, man, right? As they say in Tony Robbins sessions. Their power source is depth, symbol, and vibe before form. So they don't want things. They feel them before they can name them. So here's the trap. If you're not relaxed, like really relaxed, not like fake relaxed, okay? In our culture, we do a lot to be fake relaxed. Oh, I'll just go to the Bahamas for a holiday, then I'll be relaxed. No, you're just now creating some kind of a walkthrough video game where then after you go on the trip and finally rest and be on the beach, then you will be relaxed. It's almost like you're hyperextending your safety, right? If you're not relaxed, your sensitivity becomes a distortion. So your nervous system interprets intuition as threat. So you will really start manifesting from a place of fear if you follow this, not vision. So instead of pulling in your divine timeline, you're attracting more scenarios to protect yourself from one thing that you secretly crave, exposure. You secretly crave that. You're scared of that, but you secretly crave it. And when you're stressed, your manifestation looks like ghosting opportunities that feel too intense, spiritual bypassing. Oh, it's just not aligned. Endless waiting for the right energy, saying you're trusting the universe while you're secretly playing it small. And then your trauma's telling you, if I get seen, I'll get devoured. So their gifts, like psychic foresight, vision channeling, dream alchemy, they kind of get stuck in quarantine, right? So how does the integrated intuitive introvert manifest? Once they apply active relaxation and reclaim their nervous system sovereignty, they enter a new playing field, a new game. They create from their subtle state first, not to control reality, but to harmonize with it. So that means your mantra becomes, I am the stillness behind the symbols. I am the stillness behind the symbols. I don't force outcomes. I let them unfold through me. You see? The next thing is you got to pause and relax through the overwhelm. Instead of trying to escape it with journaling, cleansing, crystals, just see if you can drop into your body and scan for any tension, right? Release the control at the root. And then you can choose from resonance, not reactivity. The next thing that I would say is you're not just speaking out your desires, you're becoming them. No begging, no chasing, no Instagram vision board theater, just quiet coherence that warps reality around it. I think intuitive introverts, Carl Jung once said, have can be one of the most transformational leaders on the planet, but they just don't know how to use it. It's like you've been given this superhero gift, right? This power, this siddhi, but you don't know how to activate it. You're vibrating the outcome, you're not shouting at the universe. So relax before any visualization. Ask your body, what am I ready to release to become the version of me that already has this? Listen, feel, let go. Third is don't force the path. I think this is where a lot of us get stuck when we're trying to push the rock up the mountain. Instead, what decision would my relaxed, empowered self make right now? That's the quantum breadcrumb. So follow that. So stop overcomplicating things and start relaxing more. I know it sounds very, simple and reductionist to say that, but you really need relaxation to get the best depth out of you. Use pause, scan, release every time that you overthink your goals and let your nervous system be the altar, not the battlefield. Okay? You manifest from what your nervous system feels safe around. So if you want a lot of money, you have to feel safe around a lot of money. Otherwise, you'll think of, can I pay this person back? Oh, I have this debt. I have this understanding, right? You have all these storylines associated with it. So then of course it won't come into your life. But if you're like, yeah, it's bound for me, it's natural. This always goes my way, right? This always goes my way. Everything unfolds as it should, right? I know money is meant to be for me. Come on now, right? Once you have that naturalness with it, and your nervous system feels safe. This is why I told Ryan G to do because his theme is vision of abundance. So I told him to watch these billionaire videos of like wealth and lots of, cars and lots of different houses and just relax, meditate to it. Whenever he gets a feeling of, whoa, that's cool, right? You just kind of bring it down and you say, yeah, but that's the norm. Whoa, that's cool too. But that's the norm. Whoa, that's amazing. But also it's all mine. Right? So this kind of mentality is really going to help you out right now because when an intuitive introvert stops fighting their own depth, they become the walking oracle that bends timelines. I'm telling you this without ever needing to even raise your voice. Okay? You are quietly epic, and I know it. I know it. Okay? So try this out the next time that you feel like things aren't going my way, I'm not manifesting, just kind of bring it back to how can my nervous system relax to what I want to desire? And how can I become that desire? At the outcome of the wish fulfilled, that's where you're vibrating. That's your beingness. Okay. Got a Scarface vibe today. Tony Montana. All right, let's get it. Upward spiral gang. May we never be the same again. Boom.